was right hip pain. So I'm going to go ahead and move into a 3/4 side lying position now. That will take him off of his left shoulder, and it will take the pressure off of his left greater trochanter as well. So in order to do that, I want to provide some posterior support so that it's kind of like you're building up the bed so that you can roll him back and he feels supported along his back. So first I'm going to have him roll this way just a little bit, and I'm going to get this towel out of here is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to tuck that pillow down and underneath him. And then I'm going to fold that pillow in half lengthwise and tuck it again. And then what I can have him do is come on back a little bit. How's your head? Because you're looking this way. Can you relax your head and be okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder though if it might be better to have that side built up a little bit for more support. How's that?
That's good.
How does your left shoulder feel?
Better.
Better. Okay. And we've got him off the greater trochanter. We've got him off of his left shoulder. There's some pressure relief on his left ear as well. And the only place I'm a little bit concerned about is the right malleolus. Excuse me, the right medial malleolus. And there's a fair amount of pressure there. There's a little bit of pressure on the left lateral malleolus as well. So one thing I could do, first of all, you're going to be monitoring skin and noting any issues that seem to be reddened after you move him out of different positions that he's been in for a while. But one way to relieve the pressure on the malleolus is to support above the malleolus. And again, it's a similar principle as floating the calcaneus. You're floating the malleolus, the right medial malleolus. To take care of the medial malleolus, or even this left lateral malleolus, let's deal with that one because that's right up against the bed there. Yep. And I'm going to tuck that and float that malleolus so that he's not right on that bony prominence. And I'm putting my hand under here and moving it back and forth, making sure there's no excessive pressure there. Okay. Does this arm feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're concerned about swelling in the right upper extremity, we'd probably want to try to elevate that. I'm going to use this pillow to do that. Okay. So in this position, his epicondyles of the elbow, in particular the medial epicondyle, is floating, so I don't have any pressure there. And I've got the wrist and the hand elevated so that gravity can assist in controlling any edema that might develop. How do you feel? Could you be there a while? If you couldn't move, could you be here maybe a couple hours?
No.
No. What would happen? Where would you feel it?
My left hip, the one on against the bed.
Okay. Which means we probably need to come back a little bit. Does that help relieve that?
It does, but then it makes more problems for some other spots.
Where?
My left shoulder again and my left elbow.
Okay. I'm coming there. How does that feel?
My shoulder's better, but then my hand is
Your hand's kind of wonky.
hanging out there.
Let me try something. Don't pay any attention to my body mechanics, you guys. If I was in the hospital and there was, I could go to the other side of the bed and be fine. How does that feel? Does that take care of the hand issue? No? Too much extension?
Yeah.
You want it there. Okay.
That's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One other thing, if somebody has a contracture or is at risk for developing contractures in their hands, one thing you can do is use a wash rag, but they have other positioning devices that help with this too. And you can put that in their hand, and it will keep that open. It'll keep it dry. Sometimes you'll see if somebody's had their fists clenched for a long period of time, it'll get all macerated and icky and gross in their hand, and that puts them at increased risk of skin breakdown inside the hand itself. So if this is too big of a roll, you can adjust that roll, but that's one thing you can do. Please don't forget that once you have somebody positioned, especially if it's going to be a long-term positioning, you want to be sure that you cover them up with a sheet and or a blanket. especially if they can't move, because they're going to get cold. If they can't move, their metabolism is going to be low and they're going to get cold. If somebody's receiving a treatment and you're going to be leaving the room, they may want to be covered up. So be sure to ask them about that before you let them be. Okay, so our next position will be prone.